Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Filbert Flies. Today we are taking a first on-stream look at Just Flight Professional Avro RJ100, which we're going to be flying from here in Zurich to a London City Airport. This product released about a week ago, I think. Could even be a week today, I'm not sure. I got a little pre-release build of it, but unfortunately I never had a chance to practice it, learn to fly it, and then stream it before release. So we're making up for lost time now. And it's a great route because you get to watch me fly the steep approach into London City Airport, which I haven't yet done. I've done it in the BAE, but I haven't done it in the Avro RJ. Wojtek, thank you very much for your 33 months, much appreciated. And welcome to all of you. We have so far only input from the YouTube community. EM, welcome to the stream. Paul and Bob Black, lovely to have you with me. And Paul resubscribing over on Twitch as well for engine goodness. And 3 years.
144 just subscribed.
3 years just on Twitch. Hello. So, because it's the first time I'm flying this on stream, and because it's a newish plane, we're going to go through the entire cold and dark setup, which, to be fair, is unlikely to be what these pilots would have done, particularly around about midday, which is when we're due to depart. However, it's not beyond the realms of possibility that this aircraft's been called into service because of a fault on another airframe, or what have you.
Melon Lord became a member. Melon Lord celebrates 42 months of membership.
42 months.
This one here too, even longer.
Yeah. 42 months of Club Filbert Gold. Thank you so much, boss. And I'm really pleased my YouTube alerts are working as well. Yes, Matt. Yeah, first non-sub thing. Indeed. Nice to have you here. And Wojtek here as well. Thank you very much indeed. So we're going to be following through with the very useful tutorial flight in the manual. That has a very easy to follow set of flows and checklists and such like to fly the aircraft realistically. So up until my ghostwriter writer gets his act together and puts together some official Filbert Flies flows for the Avro RJ, that's what we're going to be using. Truduan, hello, nice to see you. And Tilted Blunder, welcome to both of you. So the first thing we're going to do after entering the cockpit is the pre-flight checks. So we're going to make sure down here that the weather radar is set to standby. It's not, it's set to off. And we're going to tilt it 15 degrees up. We're going to next move down to the transponder, and we're going to make sure that that is also set to standby, which it is by default, so that's good. The air brake should be in, which it is, and the flaps should be up, which they are. We're now going to turn the nav lights on, which obviously won't do anything until we have power to the aircraft, but we'll make sure that we are lit up once we do add power. I will try my best either overtaking you or trying to not crash into you. I appreciate that, Trudewen. That's helpful, thank you. Are you flying one of these as well? My Lotsu, hello, welcome, good afternoon. So, we can power up the electrical system now. We can turn on the batteries. So battery 1 and battery 2 can both come on. And we should be seeing a discharge on the battery ammeter, which we are. You can see it draining up here. Now, if we change the DC selector to battery 1, we can see some voltage. And we should be seeing a minimum of 23 volts, which we are. 8 Barley, thank you ever so much for the resub, boss. Very, very much appreciated. And that's true on both batteries. But you notice there's a slight discrepancy between them, which is good. It's realistic. They could have so easily just made them exactly the same, but they haven't. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the EFB to connect ground power. And once that's connected, we'll be able to add that into the mix and stop our battery discharging. So when we add the ground power, if you have a look at the battery ammeter, you should see it go from a discharge to a charge, hopefully. So external AC on, and there we go, the battery is now charging. Next we want to move over to the center console, and we want to check that the brake selector is in yellow, which it is, and we want to make sure that the parking brake is set to park, which it is. Up above, we can turn on some of the avionics switches, so yaw damper master 1 and 2, autopilot master 1 and 2, and avionics master 1 and 2. Oh, we have a new follower, Simon. Thank you very much indeed for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Nice to have you with us. We're now going to select the FGC that we want. So it's an even day today, so that should be on system 2. We can move down to the anti-skid switch. We can turn that on. And we can turn on the yellow and green lift spoilers. And back over on the electrical panel, we want to make sure that both bus tie switches are set to auto, which they already were. And we want to make sure that the standby inverter and standby generator are both set to ARM, which they are. We can turn on the APU gen if that isn't already on, in preparation for starting the APU, which obviously we'll be doing in a little while. We want to make sure that all 4 file handles are in, and we want to make sure that we switch to loop B because it's an even numbered days. B's for even numbered days, A's for odd numbered days. That means they get worn equally. You're doing Helvetic Ops. Oh, right, nice. So, what, intercity? Until to Bundy, you're flying a 727 into Gatwick. Nice. Where from? Simon, hello. Right, so we can do the engine and APU fire tests now. We could, if we wanted to, look at the MSFS checklist window in the simulator because they fully populate this with all the checks you need to do, which is really good. It's not something I personally use very often, but it is, as you can see, very complete with lots of drop-down sections, all of the checks, everything you could need to do up there. But we're not going to bother with all that, RN. We are just going to do the engine fire tests up here. We're going to make sure they light up, and we should have something on our MWS panel, which we do. So there we are, that's the engine fire tests complete. And we want to do the APU fire test as well. There we go, APU fire, loop fault showing, and we have an annunciator down here as well. So that's all as it should be. Because it's so blimmin' cold, we're going to get the APU started now, which is a very, very simple process on here, unlike everything else to do with flying the plane. But yep, you just move the APU switch from stop to start. And we'll keep an eye on the RPM and the TGT. Ian, good morning. Nice to see you. Welcome back. How's life? Thank you ever so much for the resub.
Ian just subscribed. Hello, stranger.
How are you doing? So APU spooling up nicely, as we can see. And as soon as we see APU power available, which will light up down here, we'll have APU power available. That's what it says in the tin. On the tin, even. Generator is already on, so that will start powering our aircraft alongside the external electrical power. And we can also get some air going, so we'll turn on the APU switch here. Good, I'm glad you're doing well. Don't forget to file flight plan. I have, boss. Has it not come through? I pre-filed, and then when I connected, I checked it, and it says existing flight plan found. I'll do it again. But it should have worked. Good morning, Trigger. Welcome. Or good afternoon, even. How are you? So we need to turn on one of the packs, of course, which we haven't done. We're going to use pack 2 because it's an even-numbered day. And one of the things I really like about this aircraft is the sound of the sounds in general, but particularly the sound of the air conditioning pack. So I'm going to turn the sim up a little bit because I don't think you can hear very much. I turned it down because it was incredibly noisy before. Who's this? Oski Boy, 18-month resub. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome back.
Just subscribed.
How are you? On VATSIM radar, it doesn't show it. Curious. Well, oh good. It was worth refiling then. Right, we're going to test the MWS, the master warning system, by pushing it all the way in, and all the pretty lights light up and flash and do all sorts of things, which is very nice. Audible chimes can be heard, and we can cancel the warnings, and we can return it to the middle position with the red light extinguished. And that's how it should be in normal operation. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start a little bit of refueling and a little bit of boarding. The GSX fuel truck tends to do some fairly wacky things, I found, with this plane, but we'll see how it gets on today. And of course this does by default have GSX integration. Once the fuel truck arrives, we can press start refueling and it will work at a realistic speed. And we can also do GSX boarding, which will work by default, which is really nice. Good, thanks, boss. Getting back into the sim with the 2024 release. Hope all is well your end. Oh, good. Yes, yes, indeed. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the big day. Unfortunately, I'm starting a run of nights today, so I'm hoping that I'm not too busy, so that I can hopefully be around for the launch. I don't think we know a time, do we? I don't think. Of course, the worst thing that could happen is that it doesn't launch until tomorrow evening, and then I'll be at work anyway, which will suck. Sometimes it pays not to look too closely at what's going on here. Oh, 4 PM UK, oh really? Oh right, we do know. Very good. Everyone except me knows. So I will have an hour and a half to have a look at it before I need to go to work. Yeah, I suspect I might just about get it installed. That sucks. But never mind. We have a lifetime of flight sim ahead of us. What's one day? Just call in sick. No, boss, I can't. That's morally reprehensible. I've never once called in sick when I haven't been sick. Not doing it. It'll take 4 days to know. Yeah, it's probably true. Okay, well, I think we get the gist of what's going on here. So we'll get the refueling done. Got to wait till he's plugged in. Actually, we can't just press it now. I don't think. So we'll stay out here and watch. Haven't watched all this for a little while. I know, Matt. I know. Barely need a ladder, do you? Plonk. Is that actually where the port is for the fuel hoses, or is it just a random point on the wing? I think it's just a random point on the wing, I'm not sure. Sam with a gift of 1 sub. Thank you very much, boss. Much appreciated.
Peter Conrad _ just
now we can press refuel. And while that is underway, we can move over to the first officer's side and we can start aligning the IRSs. Really fiddly place to get to here, but it's doable. So we'll turn both of those to align and we'll start setting up the FMC. So we'll go over to POSINIT and you can set the IRS position, as you can see there. We don't have a GPS position here, so we can just use the last position. You can say I could take a mental health though, that's true. And that done, we can start setting up the route. So we're going from LSZH to EGLC. Our flight number is Swiss 456. And for our departure, we are going to be taking off from runway 28 and we're going to be flying the Vebit 4 Whiskey departure. Back to the route page and I'll just get my flight plan open. So we're going to be taking the Tango 51 airway to Lassen or Lazen or something of that nature. Then from Lazen we're going to be taking the Tango 14 airway to Lumel. Then the Tango 10 airway. So as you can see, our fuel is filling up here. Tango 10 to Torpa. Then direct Rekla. Then direct RLP. Then the UL613 airway. To Sovat. Hello Alex, welcome. And then we're going to do the Sovat 1 Charlie arrival, which is only short, and then there's a long transition to fly if I remember rightly. Sovat 1 Charlie. At the moment they're using 09, which is very pog. I'm just going to check this, which transition we're doing. The odd ODL1 Golf, I think that's correct. That's what the charts are telling me. Yes, odd leg 1 Golf, that is correct. Back to the route page, activate and execute. So that is our route input nicely. And of course we can edit it in the air should we need to. Right, we can go down to Perfinit now. Scott, good morning! Good afternoon, boss, how are you? Welcome to the stream. So again, we need to input all of this by hand, or most of it by hand. So the zero fuel weight will be 35.3 tons. Get rid of all this stuff down here. Reserves, we'll use the FinRes plus alternate figure for that, and that's going to be 2.6 tons. We're going to be cruising at flight level 300 today. These things always seem to cruise relatively low. We'll use the average wind, which is going to be 288 at 5.2 for our cruise wind. ISO deviation is -4. And transition altitude, is it 5,000 feet? Is that correct? No, it's 7,000. Good, I'm glad to hear it, Scott, glad to hear it. There we go. Right, with the FMS now configured for flight and the IRS alignment in progress, let us turn on the EFIS 1 master and the EFIS 2 master. And then we can switch both IRS switches to normal. To nav rather, normal. There we go. And then once they're aligned, that should automatically move over to navigation mode and pop up here. So we'll get some boarding underway now that the refueling is completed. Get the seatbelt signs on. And it opens some doors for you, but not all of them. I'd already done my forward door. We don't want the stairs, obviously. Not with the jetway, thank you very much. Okay, the other thing we should probably have done before starting boarding, but we haven't, is arm the cabin emergency lights. In fact, the chart doesn't, the manual doesn't say to do that, but anyway. Bit pocked for MSFS 2024. I'm glad. I'm glad you needed something to get you back into swimming, and yeah, this is the thing. I think I'm going to buy the Premium Deluxe as well. I think. Now we can go through all of the ground tests, but I believe that the engineers did that before we got in the plane, so it's probably all fine. So we're going to start over on the hydraulics panel. Now we've already got crew and pilots on board. We're turning the DC pump on, and what we want to see when we turn the DC pump on is the yellow brake gauge increase. And there it goes, being pumped up. Scott will actually fly, apparently so. Psy20, nice to see you, welcome. How's life? Once a pressurize has been confirmed, we can move the DC pump back to off. And we can now turn on the AC pump. And what that's going to do is pressurize the green hydraulic system rather. No, the yellow hydraulic system up here. That's right, and then the PTU, the power transfer unit, then pressurizes the green hydraulic system over here. And once both systems are pressurized, we need to make sure that the annunciator lights have been extinguished. Not down there, up there. They have. So we can turn off the PTU and we can turn off the AC pump. Moving on down, we can turn the engine anti-ice on, which you always do for engine start in this plane. I don't understand the reasoning for this, but it reduces strain on the engine somehow. We're going to arm the flight deck emergency lighting, which feels like it's something, again, we should have done earlier, but never mind. That's when it says to do it. And we can set the landing altitude on the pressurization panel, which is going to be 20 feet. I don't know if it goes that low, does it? No, we'll leave it at 0. You bought the standard, but just been looking at the planes, and I think I might upgrade to the PD just for the 744. Yeah, if it's good, we don't know, do we? We just don't have a yardstick to measure the quality of these planes by. I hope they're going to be good.
Hello.
I mean, they're going to be at least as good as the ones in FS 2020, aren't they? And some of them, at least, are going to be quite a lot better, I think.
Hello.
Right, Captain side panel now to test the cockpit voice recorder, the CVR. And
Good morning.
having a bit of trouble with my view.
Hello.
There we go. I know it's harder in a sim, but even in real life, it must be quite tricky to actually look at all this stuff.
Hello.
So it should flash yellow and green for 10 seconds and then stay steadily lit for 10 seconds on green. Let's see if it does. And it should then extinguish. Lovely. We are going to pull the fast direction knob on the standby attitude indicator. And we're going to do an EGPWS test, which is done through this ground prox button here. Slightly concerned that we're still aligning the IRSs apparently. I still don't have anything up here.
Pull up.
Pull up!
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Here they all come.
Morning.
Through the jetway floor.
Good morning.
We're going to do a TCAS system test now as well.
Hello.
Although I can't really remember where that happens. We'll find it in a mo. Oh, new follower, Debrologe. Debrologa? Or Debrologe. Welcome. Welcome. What happened to this being a family-friendly channel? Boss. The channel is family-friendly. I cannot, unfortunately, impact what goes on in your head. I think your head hasn't been family-friendly for quite some time, to be honest.
Hello.
Test. Where do I press? Where's the test button on the transponder? Why can't I see it? What am I doing? Oh, it's in the middle of the knob. There we are. TCAS test. The correct RAs should be shown on the PFD. Oh good, it's all passed. Lovely. Flight data recorder check by holding the ground check switch at ground check and confirming the FDR fail light extinguishes.
Darf ich Ihren Bordpass sehen?
I'm not entirely sure where... Oh, there we are. FDR ground test. I knew I'd seen it somewhere. Good, that disappeared, so that's what we need. And now we're going to open the oxygen main valve and we're going to confirm that we have some pressure. There we are. So people should be able to breathe if I remember to turn on the packs. So now really we're just waiting for boarding to complete and then we can go through the before start checklist. So as you can see, it's a bit more involved than setting up your average A320 or 737, but it's not difficult. It's just a set of flows that you have to go through. Why do you need to pull the fast direction up? You need to pull the it to erect the standby attitude indicator. You would imagine the 744 will be a direct comparison to the current one because it's working title doing the avionics, etc. Yeah, but if they've been involved from the get-go, I would like to think that it might be better than the 748s at the moment. I don't know. It might not be. It might not be. Just got to do some laundry. Oh yes, that reminds me. I've got a little bit of laundry going on at the moment, so if you can hear a sort of banging noise in the background, it's my washing machine, so my apologies for that. Autobot still has a family-friendly misconception. So it sounds to me that it's just the luggage going on now. Yeah, and we're nearly there with that as well. So not too long till we can get underway. Okay, so while we wait for those last few bags to load, we're going to make a start on the before start flow. Parking brake is still engaged. We should have at least 2,500 psi. And we do. On the overhead panel, we are going to confirm that all the switches on the hydraulic panel are off. Off, 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 off. They are. And we're going to turn the ice detection switch to on the ice protection panel. We're going to arm the cabin emergency and no smoking switches. I think we've already armed the cabin emergency switch, haven't we? Yes. Fasten seatbelt sign we've already put on. We're going to check our fuel. We have 3280 on the right and 3280 on the left, which is what we should have. MWS ground up switch should be in the middle. And we're now going to set up the TRP, the thrust rating panel. Now, I've never actually done this by hand. I've usually cheated and just clicked on the flip chart, but today we're going to. We're going to do it. The TRP is powered on and defaults to the Toga max setting on the ground. This is the maximum power the engines can provide at the current outside air temperature. If we wanted to perform a derated takeoff, we'd push the Toga button once until reduced is displayed. Now, I suspect we will want to do this. I haven't done my takeoff performance figures yet, but I will. There's no built-in calculator, so we'll use the one on SimBrief. No, we're doing a Toga takeoff. We're doing a Toga takeoff with flaps. Yeah, flaps 18 Toga takeoff. So there we are. We'll switch that back to Toga. We'll look at these figures here. We don't need to set, obviously, a temperature or a thrust reduction, flex temperature, if you will. We just leave that set to max. TRP is also used to set the V-speed bugs. So for our current weight, we can see that we want a VR of 136 and a V2 of 140. And V1 will be the same as VR. So we're going to set V1 up here to 136. V cross position there, and then rotate the knob until the TRP shows our VR speed of 136. Rotate, right, so there's a bit of a mistake in the manual because it's talking about V cross and it says move to the V cross position again. Which it can't mean because now we want to set our VFTO speed. VFTO speed is 186, so I presume it means this final position. I presume. The Bizno, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. 186. There we go. And we're going to set our V2 speed in the IAS Mac window. That's 140. And while we're up here, we may as well set our runway heading, which is 273. These do rotate quite slowly, but you can click and hold. And I find that to be, when I remember to do it, pretty useful for a fast scroll. And what we're planning on doing is climbing out at V2 plus 10, so about 150 knots. I'm going to lock the cockpit door if it's not already locked. It is. We'll switch on the beacon lights. I'm going to turn off pack 2. And we're going to turn off the APU air. I'm going to turn on all of the fuel pumps. Should have had left inner on already for the APU, but I forgot about it. We're going to switch the start master on. We're going to rotate that to position 4. And when we're ready, we'll be able to start that engine. For now though, we're going to get ready for push and start. And we're going to tune a Unicom 122.8. Sorry, advisory 122.8. Or whatever we're meant to call it these days. And look at that, we're pushing back bang on time.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
1 minute late. 1 minute late. Not bad, not bad at all. So from cold and dark to pushing back in just about half an
Zurich
hour.
traffic British 8768, taxiing from Hotel 12 on Alpha from a 3.
My God,
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
is that the Chief Australian himself? Or is that someone who sounds a lot like him? I don't think we need to take seats for takeoff just before we push, actually. I don't think that's a thing. Purser doesn't know what he's doing on this plane, but never mind, I do, that's the main thing.
Locking gear.
Cabin is secured.
Gosh, there's loads of us flying. Sam, Wojtek, Paul, Tridwiwen, and me.
Release parking brakes, please.
Zurich traffic, Swiss 456, pushing back from stand Bravo 39.
Release parking brakes, please.
I have. Did I not release the chocks, maybe? Oh my God.
Release parking brakes,
Bird 8768, crossing 28, 1 kilo.
Commencing push.
Okay,
All
good.
engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, let's start engine 4. So the first thing we want to look for is 10% of N2. And when we get there, we can add some fuel in and start the engine fully. Cancel that flashing light off, we know what's going on. Ooh, the jetway's just disappeared. Oh, it's back. Oh, it's disappeared again. Oh, it's back. Okay, engine 4 is stable. Over to engine 3. Start. Well, we seem to have a non-communicating aircraft, although maybe he's communicating.
Zurich
Maybe I just wasn't on
traffic, 280, taxiway November,
Yeah, probably just
Foxtrot,
wasn't on frequency.
Echo 8 to holding point runway 34.
Oh, has there been a runway change or something? People use this 3-4 in
Please
use?
set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
No, it was 2-8 earlier, Truduan. Oh well, I'll no, it was 2-8 for departures earlier, boss. I'm sure of it. Absolutely sure of it. 100%.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
That's why I planned for 2-8. That's why I set up for 2-8.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Zurich traffic, flyer 8764, lining up runway 32 for departure, Zurich traffic.
Oh, is that Hype Train? Thank you all for everyone who took part in that.
Zurich traffic, Swiss 458 holding short runway 32, waiting for its flyer to depart.
Boss, I don't think you need to announce that you're holding short. You only need to announce when you line up. Vebit for November, is that correct? Yeah. Start engine 2.
Zurich traffic, Leipzig 280, line up runway 34. Zurich traffic, Swiss 458 lining up runway 32.
Zurich traffic, Helvetic Tricri, Hotel X-Ray Taxi, holding point runway 28, intersection Kilo via Delta Juliet, Bravo and Kilo.
Engine 2 stable. And engine 1 started.
Zurich traffic, Leipzig 280, takeoff runway 34. Zurich traffic, Swiss 458 standing by for the takeoff of Leipzig.
Zurich traffic, flyer 8764, airborne passing 3,500 feet.
Caffel! Hello, boss!
Victor will push back from Alpha 9 airborne traffic.
Nice to see you. How's things? How are things? Caffel is, for those of you who don't know, Caffel's been here since like the beginning of the channel. I think, yeah, you were my first ever mod, weren't you, Caffel? I think. And then work and studying and all that sort of stuff got in the way. Right, that is 4 good engine starts. And what do we do now? We rotate the start selector to off. And I think we turn the start power to normal. Oh, we're already on normal, aren't we? Do we need our engine anti-ice on? I suspect we probably do. Working age. What are you doing these days, boss? Because last I heard, you were at Wrocław? Were you at Wrocław? I think you were. And you were thinking of leaving and doing something else. You were working in like customer service there, right?
Departing runway 32.
Set the brake fans, switch to auto. Brake fans, brake fans, brake fans. They are up the top here somewhere, aren't they? Up top left, I think. Yep. Brake fans to auto. Electrical gens 1 and 4 can come on. Start master off. Engine 2 and 3 hydraulic pumps can come on. And we should have 3000 psi on each system. Yep, we have. AC pump should be to auto and P2 should be on. On the ice protection panel, all 5 switches can come on. We don't have any animals. APU air can come back on for the passengers. And both packs can come on. Not the wing zone temperature detect, no. Both packs up here. You're a marshaller at Wrocław. Ah, nice, nice, nice. Sometimes I watch your streams on YouTube. Oh, good. I'm pleased. Please, you still keep you in touch. That's really good. Are you enjoying it? So we're going to rotate the transponder knob to TARA to get that turned on.
458 airborne passing 3,200 feet.
Right, so taxi lights can come on. Set flaps 18. And releasing the parking brake should clear our last annunciator. Awesome. So V2 speed is set. We've got our runway heading set. We just need our initial climb set. So I'm going to have a look at the departure chart and check what that is. Initial constraint should be... Oh, they're all at or above constraint, so we can go all the way up to flight level 300.
Zurich traffic speedbirds 868 departing runway 32, that is before November depart.
Both flight directors can come on. Zurich traffic, Swiss 456 taxiing to holding point, Hotel 3, runway 32 via inner and Kilo and Hotel.
Zurich traffic, airport 940 short final, ILS.
I do. For now, I'm staying with this. We'll see what happens in the future. I heard it's a good way to become an airport duty officer. Good. Much less passenger interaction, right? Maplelf, welcome. How are you? Love how Navigraph connection to VATSIM is now real time. It's good, isn't it? Just your plans, yeah. Yeah. Get rid of the people. Life is good. We don't get rid of them, but you know what I mean. As you know, I moved from a job that involved a lot of interaction with people to one that involves very little as well. We have a Turkish not saying anything and just taxiing through a terminal building. Marvellous. You're just still stuck on observe mode on VATSIM, can't take the leap yet. Oh, you'll get there. You'll get there. I think we'll just do dot ignore for him. There we go. How about you, Philbert? How are you? Excited for a new... I am excited, yes. I am excited. And I'm alright, yeah, I'm alright. I'm starting nights tonight, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, alright. don't think I did want to go inner really, but never mind. That's what I said I was doing, so that's what I'll do. Usually they taxi via outer, don't they? Yes, they still see me, yeah. Took that corner a little fast, I would say, arguably. Yeah, I haven't quite got my control sensitives as sorted as I would like them for this plane yet, I don't think. Zurich traffic, Swiss 456, crossing runway 28 on Keely on Juliet. Back at the ready. I haven't quite come the way I thought I would, but we're getting there. That's the main thing. We're getting to the right place.
Zurich Swiss for tonight, Victor will taxi holding point 3 July Foxtrot Alpha Kilo crossing runway 28.
Yeah, so the issue with dot ignore, of course, is that potentially you could end up taxiing through them or whatever, but honestly, I've spent so long arguing with people who do stupid things on VATSIM. You know, who deliberately get in your way, who deliberately mess things up. I don't really care anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm just doing dot ignore. People don't want to use VATSIM as it's meant to be used. Then, you know, that's life, isn't it? Right, we're going to stop here and we're going to work our way through the final before takeoff actions. Quick config check. And we'll do the cabin call to tell them to take their seats, which I think already happened earlier, but never mind. We're going to turn on the landing and strobe lights. We're going to arm the auto throttle, or auto thrust, I'm not sure what it's called on this. All MWS captions are extinguished, and we are pretty much ready to go. Zurich traffic, Swiss 456, via Hotel 3, line up and take off runway 32, Verbit for November departure. So the plan is to line up, come to a stop, move the thrust levers to 55% N1, check the engines are stable, and then we're going to press the toga button. And that is one of the major differences between this and the BAE 146, that it has, you know, a fully working, fully implemented auto throttle. And of course a fully automated and working LNAV system.
Zurich traffic, Apple 2927 across runway 34 left.
Checked.
Here we go.
Airspeed alive.
Checked.
Thrust set.
Checked.
Knots.
Checked.
Go. Rotate.
Okay, I've got more or less full right rudder and we are...
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up select.
Probably won't descend, that would be insane. I don't know what happened there, it's suddenly very much veering off the runway despite full right rudder. Haven't had that before. So the aircraft should now the flight director should now give us a pitch to hold for V2 plus 10, which it is. And we can go into level change now and accelerate to 250 knots. And we can go into LNAV. And we'll keep hand flying for now because it's fun. Make our initial left turn.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
Select flap 0. Having to chuck in a lot of downward elevator trim for obvious reasons. And once we come out the other side of this turn, we'll engage the autopilot and get on with our after takeoff actions. Autopilot 1 on.
Zurich Swift 4, Sunrise Victor taking off runway 32.
So we now need to select climb power over here on the TRP, which will bring our thrust levers back a little bit. I'm going to turn the engine air switches to on. APU air can come off. And we'll stop the APU. We'll call ding the cabin crew to let them out of their seats. And that's it, we are on our way. I don't have the iFly 738 Max, no, do you? I've heard good things, I intend to get it at some point. But probably once it's 2024 ready. I've also heard the latest update is not great and causes some issues. So it's one of those things that I would like to fly, but I'm happy to wait until it's, you know, in its final state and reliably working. I don't know. Once there we are. Yeah. Yes. Now that will be interesting to see how that is. I want to think it'll be good, but it is a default aircraft, so I don't know. We shall see. Time will tell. Just check our pressurization panel, make sure that the cabin altitude is low enough, and our cabin is pressurized. It is. You can see that our rate is 50 feet per minute, which is good. have a little look outside. And off we go. For me, land Avro perfect is difficult at 757. Maybe it's because I fly a lot of 777 FSX. I feel this plane now, I can say. Yeah, I had 2 really good landings. The first 2 I had in it were really good. My last one last night was not so good. I suspect at London City it's not going to be my finest hour. But we'll see, we'll see. So we've got a bit of ice detected, so we're going to turn on some airframe anti-icing and de-icing. There we are, as you can see, that's got rid of that. We're passing through 10,000 feet, so the landing lights can come off and the seat belts can come off as well. A 2024 match is being done by working title. I don't know, is it? Is it? I haven't really been following that closely. That's why I'm worried we'll probably get iFlies anyway. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're being given an awful lot in this new sim, and it is exciting. You're enjoying the Phoenix again after the Sharklets and did one flight in the A380. Yeah, the Phoenix is still the best plane for the sim. It's brilliant, in my opinion. In my opinion. And what did you make of the A380? Right, we're going to get the VNav open on here, just to keep an eye on our climb. All looking lovely. Sold Hong Kong in Korea, a nice 3 hours flight to test the A380. Oh, that is a nice flight. Did you like it? I've just realised I've got no cabin views set up on this plane. Should we set some up? No passengers. Ah, there they are. Good. One of the bugs, well the only bug really that I've noticed, is that the passengers get lit by the strobe, not the strobe, by the beacon light, which is odd because the cabin itself doesn't. Now excuse me for this, forgive me, I'm going to have to lie across your laps to take a look out the window here. Oh, that's a nice view. Cabin noticeably different to the 146. And let's do one on the other side a little bit further back perhaps. It's just to fill in the cabin warning light. Could be. Flight deck unmanned. Yes, that'll do. Yeah, I can get that. Get what you're saying, Lockster. We were talking about this earlier in the Club Filbert voice chat, actually. That some streamers are saying that their performance on it is much better, and yet the minimum system specs are much higher. So I think it's anyone's guess at the moment how your average PC is going to perform. I'm a bit anxious about it as well, but we'll see, I guess. There we go. Performance-wise, I found this really very good indeed. Game pass for $1 and see if your rig can handle it. Yes, good idea. Good idea. This is a very, very good plane. If any of you are sort of umming and ahhing about whether you want the RJ, I really do recommend it. The learning curve is not as steep as the BAE 146. The workload isn't quite as high as the 146. But it still provides enough of a challenge, and it's different enough from your Airbuses and your Boeings that it's really good fun. Where can I see the outside air temperature on this, or the total air temperature, or any kind of temperature? Anyone know? FSX still not bad if computer not strong enough. Oh yeah? I mean, I used FS 2004 for ages after FSX came out, and that was still a good sim. All the way through. Loved it. $20 years ago. Unbelievable. Beautiful scenery, eh? I still look at the scenery in this sim, and I can't imagine how it's going to be better in FS 2024, but it is. I accept it is, but it's just, it still blows my mind. It still blows my mind as is. Do you have an airport and a location to go on the first flight? No, I haven't decided yet. I was thinking of perhaps doing a little bit of GA flying, a little bit of light aircraft flying, possibly around Innsbruck. But I don't know. I don't know what airports we're going to have that are going. Yeah, I don't know. What about you? Do you have any plans? Realistically, it's probably going to be Wednesday morning, my first flight, because I'm having to work night shifts. So yeah, I'll probably just see how I feel on the day. Look at that light as well, it's just lovely. It's just lovely. Slightly sad that we're coming to grey, cold, rainy London. Anyway. G for sure, love Europe. Not sure though. Where are you based? Lockster? New York, oh nice, nice. I've just noticed a fundamental flaw with... Oh no, it's alright in full screen, disregard. I was looking at the small view of my YouTube stream, and I saw that the subscribe button was in the way of the chat. But once you make it full screen, it's fine. The chat's quite small though, isn't it? How do we find this in-stream chat? Twitch and YouTube people. Is it useful? Are you glad it's there? Do you wish it was a bit bigger? Since streaming on both platforms simultaneously, I decided that really we needed the in-stream chat, but it's not an obvious, easy way to make it clear without being a little bit intrusive. This sadly tells me it's time to update my PC. Really, I think a lot of flight simmers are going to be in that boat.
Traffic.
Where? There's no traffic. It just isn't. It's lies. Oh, we never put our weather radar on, did we? Might be you, Roger. FPS are good, Maritz. They're good. I don't actually measure my frame rate because there's not really much point. But no, this plane performs very smoothly. Very smoothly. Although Wojtek was it Wojtek? Someone was saying that actually they did find it quite stuttery, but from my own experience, very good. I was hoping my 3080 and 10900K would suffice, but not sure anymore. Really? I'm hoping mine will. I've got a 3080 Ti. 13700. Yes, I suppose it is a bit higher, but no, I don't know. I think you'll be all right. I hope you're all right. Connection lost. Ugh. I hope this becomes a thing of the past. Oh, the National Lottery says I should play the National Lottery. Oh, it's set for life. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll take their advice and give them £1.50. Don't gamble, kids. It's a mug's game. It's a mug's game. But this particular mug might end up winning £10,000 a month for the next 30 years. Once I fly from Basel to Qatar and after takeoff and turn above town, jump across Zurich mountains, they look very, very beautiful. It was evening time, so you know how beautiful. Yes, yeah. I do. I hope they really nail the VR mode in 2024. It's kind of hard for me to go back to flat screen after VR. How is MSFS 2020 in VR? Because I've never tried it. Should be so really good. I'll have a little look at where we are. Was in the 146 last night and felt too much stuttering. Probably a me problem. Oh really? I don't know if it's a you problem. I think it is a thing. You know, different systems perform differently with different planes, right? Mike TM, what does TM mean? We'll not go back to flat. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure my system isn't good enough to run MSFS in VR. Pretty certain of that. It'd be nice to come out of this blooming cloud, wouldn't it? I keep getting the low bandwidth message. Is everyone else having this problem? No, I just get the connection loss problem from time to time. Just going to go into max climb because our rate of climb's dropped below 1,000 feet per minute, which just gives us a little bit more oomph to get us up to those final few thousand feet. No, I don't use a VPN. My cruise level's flight level 300, boss. So you can zip above me if you want. Was an HPGT used here, went back to flat. Fidelity is missed, but track IR is good. Track IR is good. Toby is good as well. I use a Toby eye tracker now and it's, yeah, I like it a lot. Okie dokie, boss. Oh, you're ahead of me anyway, right? Weather the same as Schiphol, this one. Were you flying today, my Lotsie? Yeah, I think this is all of Western Europe, to be honest. It's very similar here as well. And it's going to pour with rain later, and I'm going to cycle to work in it. It's going to be a real delight. Yeah, it really is the whole of Europe. Came back from your honey. Oh, congrats! Where was your honeymoon? Sure is nice to be inside the cockpit though. Nothing can really beat VR with haptics. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Never tried it. How about a guessing game? I'll throw out aviation relation vid on Discord so you can guess. Go on then. As long as it is aviation related. Oh, I never set standard pressure. Whoops. Right, so there we are. We can come out of max climb into norm, and we'll accelerate to Mach 7. I know, boss. I know. What can I say? Let's have some tunes. Oh yeah, no, that's what I was going to do. I was going to show you the satellite picture of Europe so we can all commiserate together about how rubbish the weather is in Northern Europe. Look, it's rubbish all the way across. And it's not getting any better. It's alright where you are, I guess, Treeduin, is it now? It's perked up a little bit. In the looks of things. Ugh. Ugh. Rim. Yeah. 1700 just when I'm going to work. She'll be getting wet. I remember my first VR moment with MSFS when I got in the Phoenix. Wow. Talking about claustrophobic. Oh, was it? It's cold as balls here as well. Oh yes, that's a point. I didn't say that. If you're watching on YouTube, do please drop a like. That would be much appreciated. Do subscribe, do turn on the notifications bell. Do tell all of your friends about what a wonderful time you're having on Filbert Flies and how they should come and watch as well. All of that sort of thing. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, very easy to click that follow button, and it would mean the world to me if you did. Milford Sound, is it? You went to Milford Sound on your holiday? Oh, wow! Wait, how do I make this come out of the... I don't know. What sort of a plane is this, boss? And why are you in the right hand seat rather than flying it? And why is it stalling on takeoff? That would have been unpleasant, no? 28B, nice. Did you ask the pilot why he was why stall warner on takeoff? No, that's Treedewin above me. That's Treedewin's flight. What's he call himself on here? Rice Ninja 456. The same as my flight number. Yeah. Pilot. Can we at least survive the takeoff, plus? How lovely to see that in real life. Well, it's quite choppy around those hills, eh? Again? Yeah, I guess that's fair. I just don't think you should be hearing the stall warner in normal operations, except maybe on touchdown, just before touchdown. I'm not here to judge, but you know, that's not okay. It's not okay. I wouldn't be okay with that. Maybe they've got some sort of SOPs out there which say, yes, get max climb if you hear the stall warner, it's fine, just don't pitch up anymore. Maybe that's the thing, could be. He doesn't look worried. Yeah. I don't know. There could be some rationale for it, but I wouldn't have liked it, is all I'm saying. So, now we're safely in the cruise, I might show you around the EFB a little bit. So it's pretty full function. Pretty full functioned. pretty well appointed with functionality. So we can see a summary of our route here. We can see our full flight plan imported from SimBrief. Don't know why you'd ever turn that off, but anyway. We can have a look at our METAR for our departure and arrival airport and the alternate. So as you can see, plenty of viz. We're going to have a 2-knot crosswind, which is not too bad. Does make me wonder if perhaps they might switch back to runway 27 as it's the preferred runway. I hope not. And we won't even have to remember to change the pressure, so that's nice. You will have already seen during the setup the aircraft app. It's got a built-in pushback. This is where you operate all of your doors. It's also where you set your fuel and payload. But it'll give you the option of integrating with GSX, which is what we did. If you integrate with GSX and you want to refuel, you have to call the fuel truck and then press the refuel button down here. If you want to load the passengers and cargo, then you just do that through the GSX menu and it integrates perfectly. That's why I like long-haul flights where the change is thousands, millions times, but not in Qatar or Emirates. Here at this places can be windy, but weather always good. Yes, this is true. This is true. So is that plane fully compatible with GSX Pro? Well, oh, you've read my mind. You've read my, or I read your mind, in fact. Yes. So that's so the only thing that isn't quite fully automated is the fueling. I don't know why that is. I would have thought if you could get the passengers and cargo to load automatically, you could do the same with fuel. But for whatever reason, they haven't. So up here, you can arm failures. You can set the probability of failures. And all of that sort of thing, which is pretty cool if you're into that sort of thing. I'm not really, but yeah. You've got a notes page where you can type in notes should you want to, perhaps what a controller's telling you on VATSIM. Do make sure though that you click out of this, because otherwise you won't be able to interact with your sim at all, as I found out last night, and it took a very long time and some significant messing around in the controls menus before Sam realised what had happened. We have checklists here as well, which I haven't used because I've been using the manual, but once I get more familiar with it, I imagine I will. So there we are. All of these things: system check, preparation for approach, and you can go through and tick those off as you go along. Top of descent calculator. Well, considering we now have advisory VNAV, it will, this is a little bit more than what most of us will need most of the time, but quite useful nonetheless. Same one you had on the 146. And then of course your settings, which you can adjust here. You can change the theme of the EFB, so you can make it blue if you wanted to, which, is quite nice. Lots of options, lots to fiddle around with there. And I think before I got lost in Flight of Fancy there, I was going to put some tunes on. So let's do that. Let's have some African blues. Beautiful little machine. Right, I'm going to take a very short break. I shall be back with you soon.
جسدي تفضل روحي هنا ارحم جسدي تفضل روحي هنا ارحم جسدي تفضل روحي هنا يرقد جسدي جوهري حلي حرا برحم جسدي تفضل روحي هنا يرقد جسدي جوهري حلي حرا فقد صوتي ضحكتي وغناي يتفقد صوتي ضحكتي وغناي شغل كلامي هزاري وشكلي شغل كلامي هزاري وشكلي أروى الشجرة واقعد في ظلي أروى الشجرة واقعد في ظلي يا بناتي ألوان الشجرة وابعدا جنبي ألوان الشجرة وابعدا جنبي
I'm back. I had to unload my washing, and I got myself an apple. Sorry to leave you on your own, but you seem to have done all right. Well done, everyone. Right. So we are about, I don't know, 150 miles from top of descent. Sorry, Alex. Put a couple more vids on Discord for those that enjoy it. Oh yes, talking of Discord, come join it. This is the home of the arguably the finest flight sim community on the entirety of the internet. Links coming up soon for you on Twitch and on YouTube. There you go.
أشجاركم والتراب ليك الهنا والأمان ليك القوة يا وطن عانيت من ظلم وفساد كفاك حارب وخراب
As in, they are still arguing about it. Who's arguing about what? Oh, about whether it's the finest flight sim Discord on the internet. I don't know of anyone who disputes the fact that it is, but you know, for like legal reasons, I guess I can't say it's definitely the finest flight sim Discord on the internet. But you know, in my opinion, in most people's opinion, it is.
أجيالك فيها الأمل تبنيك جديد يا وطن يشرق فجر الخلاص ونزرع بذرة جمال
Matifa or Mataifa, thank you for your kind words. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. Appreciate the feedback. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you're finding it useful. The video it goes with is very good as well. If you haven't seen that. Yeah. I'm glad I put that together. I use it myself when I'm flying single pilot as well. Living legend. Oh, very nice of you to say so, thanks. I live all the way in Argentina and we're all using the video and the checklist till today. Good! Well, everyone in Argentina. I didn't know this. I should come to Argentina. I'd just be welcomed by the entire country. It's the guy who did the 737 video and checklist. Good. That's what makes the internet wonderful, isn't it? Put something up, people on the other side of the world can make use of it. It's good. We used it in my air club and we have many Aerolíneas Argentina pilots who trained on that and fly Bondi pilots too. Oh, good. Where's your air club? And what do you fly there? My ultimate goal really is to get that video onto the Ryanair type rating syllabus. License it to Ryanair. Right, I'm feeling like probably, although we're still a little way from our top of descent, it wouldn't be a bad idea to do a little bit of descent preparation. You know what I mean? We flew Piper PA31T Cheyenne, came a long way from Air Club, and we worked for the government to do any hail jobs until we get enough hours in to fly an airline. How interesting! That's really cool. So you fly the PA31, you do some government work, sort of piecemeal transport work, and then when you're not doing that, you fly the 737 in the sim with my video. Like taxi jobs, I guess, right? That's really cool. Right, are they still using runway 9 at London City? That is the first question we need to look at. They are. The last arrival used runway 9. That was just under 20 minutes ago. Pog. We live in Mendoza next to the Andes Mountains. Hail forms and it rails. Rains frozen tennis ball. Oh yes, scary hail, right? When we have hail in London, it's usually very small. Okay, yeah, runway 9 it is. With very low clouds. It's going to be a very exciting arrival, I should think. So, the ILS frequency for runway 9 at London City is 111.15. The course is 092. So how many hours have you got so far, Matifa, and how many do you need to get to fly with the airlines? Oh, 1.15092, jolly good. Next. We're going to set our decision altitude and our decision height. DC-10, I think. But I'm not certain. So the decision altitude for, what are we, a Category B aircraft or a Category C aircraft? Probably the 100 is the Category C, I would guess, but I don't know. Can anyone tell me? London TMA on 2. God almighty, that's going to be a exciting time, isn't it? They cover City, do they? 4:30, 4:11. So we set the MDA on here. It's a bit fiddly. Category D. Can't be. Even a 747 is a Cat C plane. Isn't it? 777, isn't it? I'm sure. Do Aeroflot use DC-10 for passengers still, do they? 4:11 for the MDA. Where do we set that? Somewhere over here, I think. No. Sorry, the decision height, I mean. Where do I set the decision height? I knew this yesterday. I've forgotten. Oh yeah, it is that one, isn't it? Just doesn't look like it should be. Yeah, DH. 4:11 for a Cat C. Could be a Cat B, but we're on the side of caution. Thanks, boss. There we go. Plane's brilliant in. If you like the BAE-146, you'll like this. It's like an updated BAE-146. Feels very similar to fly. A little bit more refined, a little bit less faff. You've got a proper nav display. You've got advisory VNav. So it's slightly less work, but still enough work to be a challenge and to be enjoyable. Does this still fly IRL? I don't know, is the honest answer. There aren't many places where it's still flying, certainly. Most of them have been retired, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's the odd one. Good question, though. Only all years, and the Canadians have a few kicking around. Yes! So, as of 14th of September 2024, 84 aircraft are still in service, including 25 BAE-146s and 59 Avro RJs. So, Pioneer Australia operates BAEs. Qantas Freight operates... No, they've got rid of theirs from the look of things. Yeah, so I'll post a link to the Wikipedia article. It's not you have to actually click on each airline to see whether it's the 146 or the Avro that they fly. But yes, it still does. They still do get flown. Robert, will there be a max checklist in the near future? I imagine it might be possible to do one. It might be possible to modify. My name's Alexis, by the way. My channel's Philbert Flies. But I imagine we might be able to cobble together something. I'll have to speak to. Oh my god, my mind's drawn a blank. That's awful. Yeah. I have to speak to the guy I did the 737 video with, because he flies the Max as well. Seb, there it is. Good grief, I'm getting old. I don't know where you got Robert from either. But then, you know, I hope that me entirely forgetting Seb's name made you feel a bit better about it. Still a bunch flying around on the East Coast doing cargo. I'll have to pop down there and do some Aussie ops actually. So, rather than setting our approach speeds manually on the TRP, I'm going to show you how easy it is when you use the flip chart. Bosh, done. That will have set all of our arrival speeds. You just click the flap setting that you want. For us, flaps 33, and it's done. Yeah, it could be he was thinking about Robert from PMDG, yeah. We've got Thames approach, sweet. That'll make things more manageable. Who is it? Joe. No, Joe. I'm just going to check VAT glasses to see where LTC Centre covers, because I never remember. Oh, have they gone offline? I'm not showing up on VAT glasses at all. Strange. So we want to be at flight level 100 at Godlu. So I'm just going to get ready for our descent by winding that down to 10,000. VAT glasses can be outdated on. Oh, can it? It's a shame because it's the only thing that we've got that actually shows the areas correctly. Top of descent is in 34 nautical miles. As in who's connected and not why. Right, okay. Beautiful. Beautiful from above, not so much from below these clouds. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, do please click the thumbs up button on YouTube and subscribe. Do please follow me over on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/fieldwithflies, youtube.com/fieldwithflies. And if you'd like to support the channel financially, then there's two ways, multiple ways of doing that. But one of the best really is via Club Filbert, which is available on Twitch via subscription and on YouTube via YouTube memberships. You get various perks, but basically the most exciting part is that you get to give me a little bit of money each month, which, you know, is fun for everyone. On VAT glasses, remember to slide the altitude slider. Oh, you're right! I didn't slide the altitude slider. Good thinking, boss. I'd forgotten about that. I don't want it to track. Yes, there we are. Lovely. Thank you, boss. So they cover up to what? Different sectors, different heights. 19,000 in the east. Okay. Right over 190 in the east. Lovely. I do find it a little bit odd that the manual suggests that you do the descent checklist after you've started your descent. I'm going to do it now. So the first thing we want to do is turn the PTU on. It's already on. Confirm our landing altitude, which should be 0. Yeah. Speeds are set. That's it, really. Just need to remember to set to 50 when we get down towards 10,000. And we'll stick the engine anti-ice back on. How accurate is Navigraph in terms of ATC areas? It looks pretty accurate. It looks pretty damn identical to what VATGlasses is showing. Not 100%. Extends a little bit further west, is it? Maybe not. Maybe it is the same. No, it's not 100% the same. So we still have a place for VATGlasses. Okie dokie, let us go into VS mode. And we'll start our descent. And we want to be at 10,000 feet where? By Godlu. So we're going to need to descend a bit more steeply than this. That works for me. 2,400 feet per minute looks lovely. Is it to quite? I mean, is it too quiet? Is what you mean? I can turn it up a little. I can turn it up. What about snow in your city, Phil? I have frosty night yesterday, almost -5. Ugh. No, we haven't had any snow yet this year. We do get snow, not every year, but yeah, we do get it. Thank you, Paul, for the prediction on Twitch. 230? Blimey, that's quite ambitious, boss. Mind you, I am very good at flying, so I can see where you've gone with that. We'll just start slowing down a smidge. So, what frequency are London going to be on? 135.805.
KLM 401, descend flight level 80.
May as well get tuned in ready. Looks like they'll be wanting to talk to us from Sovat onwards, I
49
think.
Charlie X-ray, roger. Traffic information, an EC-45 helicopter just transiting over the threshold. It's no factor. Runway 26 left, you're clear for takeoff, the wind is calm.
Whereabouts do you live, Ian? I've forgotten. I think I used to know.
Stand by. Top Swiss, go ahead. Roger, traffic noted and clear takeoff. Thanks. Mauritius 42, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1011. Descend 4,000 QNH 1011, Mauritius 42. And Zulu 150, hello to you. And behind the departing A320 from the full length, you can line up 26 left via Charlie 1 behind. Zulu 150 ready for departure. Roger, hold short of the runway below and I'll call you back, hold short. KLM 401, can you hear me?
Oh, that's exciting. Good.
Turkish 86 Lima.
VATSIM radar has a lot of potential. If they manage to nail the accuracy as well as VAT glasses have, then I'll be very happy.
Descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend to 3,000, Turkish 86 Lima.
Easy 317, make the left-hand turn there and you can taxi any stand of your choice. Left turn, stand of choice, easy 317. 45 Lima Bravo, roger. You'll be leaving controlled airspace in 3 miles. It'll be a traffic service. The London QNH is now 1010.
Ooh, a little bit of a break in the clouds as we hit the south coast. That's nice.
Under control, Shutdown Whiskey descending through flight level 180 for 150.
Shutdown Whiskey, good evening. Oh, good afternoon. Descend flight level 90.
Descend flight level 90, Shutdown Whiskey.
Can we request a visual approach for 09 left, please? That's Turkish 86 Lima.
Turkish 86 Lima. Yep, have you got the runway in sight now?
Stand by.
Turkish 86 Lima, just turn right, heading 020.
Right, heading 020, Turkish 86 Lima.
Zulu 150, line up runway 26 left.
Line up runway 26 left, Zulu 150.
Hello, London Channel 5, Tango Hotel, descending to flight level 120 for Lacra.
Jax 5 Tango Hotel, London Control, thank you. Descend flight level 110, expect runway 22.
110, expect level 22, thanks, Channel 5, Tango Hotel.
Mauritius 42, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend to altitude 3,000, Mauritius 42.
Runway in sight, Turkish 86 Lima.
Cleared for takeoff, the wind is calm.
Oh, straight to Thames approach. Okay, very good.
Clear for takeoff,
132.7.
Top Swiss 49 Charlie X-ray, flying flight level 170. 170, 49 Charlie X-ray.
Hello, Control, Star Shot 265. Did you receive our CDP?
On seat, speed 210 knots.
Down to 3,000 feet, and sorry again on the speed, please, flyer.
Speed 210 knots.
210 knots, flyer 8764.
Thames Director, good afternoon. Swiss 456 descending through flight level 115 with information Alpha.
Swiss 456 Thames, thank you. It is the odd leg 1 Golf transition for the ILS09er, squawk 3073.
Odd leg 1 Golf transition for the ILS09er, squawk 3073, Swiss 456.
Swiss 478 Victor, route direct Rapsa.
Direct Rapsa, Swiss 478 Victor.
Right, 3073 on the squawk. There we go. Will we see Big Ben? We might. We're coming in from the London side. So we are coming in over the city of London. Big Ben might be a little bit far off to spot, but we'll see.
478 Victor, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1011.
6,011, Swiss 478 Victor.
Landing lights on, seatbelts on, and we'll come down to 210 knots as published.
Beyond 8768, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend 4,000, speedbird 8768.
Also need X-ray vision. Awesome. No, but we're coming along the river, so we might see him up ahead. Why not?
Flyer 01 Alpha, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80501 Alpha.
Yeah, roger. Look at that, what a beautifully planned descent. Bang on 10,000, bang on 210 knots. I only had to open my bum a little bit to get there.
Swiss 458, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, Swiss 458.
Flyer 8764, descent to altitude 2,000 feet, speed 180 knots.
2,000 feet, speed 180 knots, flyer 8764.
Flyer 01 Alpha, route direct Rapsa.
Direct Rapsa, flyer 01 Alpha.
Swiss 456, speed 210 knots, descend flight level 90.
Speed 210 knots, descend flight level 90, Swiss 456.
Flyer 01 Alpha, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1011.
6,000 feet, QNH 1011, flyer 01 Alpha.
Oh no, I lost connectivity. This looks like not satellite imagery, doesn't it? Have I got anyone behind me? No, let me just quickly go into the menu. General options.
Flyer 01 Alpha, speed
data.
210 knots.
Bring data world graphics on.
210 knots, flyer 01 Alpha.
Quickly.
Swiss 456, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, Swiss 456. Come on. Don't fail me, Sim, please. Well, this isn't very good. This isn't what you should do when you're on VATSIM. I dread to think what the Board of Governors would say. I thought this was going to be a 30-second pause. Oh, dearie me.
Swiss 458, speed 180 knots, descend to altitude 2,000 feet.
Oh, good.
Speed 180 knots and descend 2,000 feet, Swiss 458.
Right, 80. That was stressful, wasn't it? And it's messed up the plane. Okie dokie, we're back in business. It's fine, there's no one behind me. I thought it would be so quick that he wouldn't notice. Now I'm fairly sure it was not quick enough for him not to notice.
Flyer 8764, no ATC speed restriction via odd leg, cleared ILS 09er.
Free speed and cleared ILS 09er, flyer 8764.
Anyway,
8768,
I fixed my sim, look, now it looks good again.
The 3,000 feet, the speedbird 8768.
Thank you, Ian.
Swiss 456, route direct Ravsa.
Route direct Ravsa, Swiss 456.
Swiss 478 Victor, speed 210 knots, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
10 descend 4,000 feet, 478 Victor.
I really thought the sim was finished then, I really did.
Speedbird 110, taxi.
Seabird 110, taxi holding point Alpha.
Taxi on point Alpha, Speedbird 110.
Swiss 456, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1011.
Descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1011, Swiss 456.
Clear of conflict.
All went perfect, nothing about flight sim crash. Keep your fingers crossed. Now I do think, I mean we're out of the woods now, out of those woods anyway. So we're going to be at 6,000 feet just before Lapsey.
Seabird 8768, speed 180 knots.
Not Lapsey. Gapgi.
The speedbird 8768.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. Yeah, where's Tassie?
Flyer 8764, fully established.
It's done his
Flyer
course.
8764,
Should be around in
09,
his
clear for
evenings
land,
now, no?
surface wind 090 degrees, 5 knots.
To land 09er, flyer 8764.
Swiss 458, no ATC speed restriction via odd legs, cleared ILS 09er.
Cleared ILS 09er, Swiss 458, no speed restriction.
Seabird 8768, descent to altitude 2,000 feet.
2,000 for speedbird 8768.
So we'll be shortly coming into the Thames estuary. This river on our left here is not the Thames, but I don't know what it is. I'm ashamed to say. There's a little wiggly one. Oh, it's the. I do know what it is. It's the. I was there the other day. It's the one that goes through Rochester. Little boats. Its name escapes me. for now. It'll come to me in a minute, I'm sure. Midway, thank you, Ray. Appreciate it.
Flyer 01 Alpha, descend
I think one of those days.
4,000 feet.
4,000 feet, Flyer 01 Alpha.
This is the Thames up ahead of us.
November 45
Midway
Bravo
off down
10,
there to
pass
the
message.
left. And that is quite a beautiful screenshot. The texture work on this plane is fantastic. Look at it. Look at the detail.
November 45 Bravo, apologies, you're very quiet. Say again.
EC45 hovering 1,000 feet direct to London helipad.
November 45 Lima Bravo, Roger. Squawk 5663.
Squawk 5663, 45 Lima Bravo.
Swiss 478 Victor, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
3000 Swiss 478 Victor.
09 cleared, flyer 8764.
Flyer 8764, taxi stand 4.
Stand 4, flyer 8764.
Swiss 45809, clear to land, surface wind 090 degrees, 5 knots.
09 clear to land, Swiss 458.
November 45 Lima Bravo, you clear to enter the London control zone on track to the London heliport, not above altitude 1,000 feet VFR, the QNH 1011.
Gosh, that's low, isn't it?
Not about 1,000 feet VFR, QNH 1011, 45 Lima Bravo.
November 45 Lima Bravo, correct, it's a basic service outside. Swiss 456, descends to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend to altitude 4,000 feet, Swiss 456.
Seabird 8768, no ATC speed restrictions via odd legs cleared ILS 09er.
Speed ILS 090, no speed restrictions for Speedbird 8768.
Speedbird 110 via Alpha, line up runway 09er.
Line up runway 09 via Alpha, Speedbird 110.
So we're currently looking like we'll be at 4,000 feet by Osvev. Is that early enough? Negative. We want to be there by LCE07. So I'll open our bum. Oh, it's not opening. I suppose it wouldn't from that view, would it? Just go from this view. There you are. That's what I mean when I say
Speedbird 4, Swiss 458, welcome to London City, taxi stand 6.
Taxi stand 16, glad to be alive, Swiss 458.
Stand 6.
Roger, stand 6, 458.
Speedbird 11009, a clear takeoff, surface wind 09.
Well, enjoying Crown press C to take control of the plane, press again to go. Yeah, I did know that. It stopped working for a long time for me. It does work now, but I forget about it.
478 Victor, speed 180 knots, descend to altitude 2,000
This
feet.
weather is much, much nicer than it is in real life. Thanks, Matt. Well, we're clear of
01
cloud.
Alpha, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Turn our engine anti-ice off.
3,000 feet, by 01 Alpha.
And we can start the APU.
Speedbird 8768 established 09.
Vivid 8768, thank you. Runway 09, you are clear to land. The surface wind, city 090 degrees, 5 knots.
Thank you, Ian.
Good land for speedboat 1868.
Did I tell you about that, Matt? When I suddenly had a lucid moment.
Vivid 110, report your passing altitude, maintain 3,000 feet on reaching.
Passing 2,500 and will maintain 3,000 feet, speedbird 110.
November 45, disregard.
So, London City should be visible ahead of us. Maybe not quite, it's over here somewhere. There's the QE2 bridge. That's where I tend to cross the river when I'm flying IRL in my Cessna. But lower than this, obviously. I heard it from Tassie, but he might have heard it from... He might have done. Where is Tassie? Yeah, it should be here. Not acceptable. So the APU power is available, so we can turn on the APU air, we can turn off the engine air. Not all airlines did this, or do this, I know that much.
Seabird 110, contact London 135.805.
135.805, Seabird 110.
Ice protection? What? Air low temp? What does it mean, air low temp? Should we put a bit of engine air back on? Don't really know what to do about that warning.
Fly 01 Alpha, speed 180 knots, descend to altitude 2,000 feet.
Speed 180 knots, 2,000 feet, fly 01 Alpha.
Swiss 456, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend to altitude 3,000 feet, Swiss 456.
You're runway for speedboat 1868.
Speedboat 8768, taxi stand 8.
All performance is taken.
Stand 8 for speedboat 1868.
Probably my London.
45 Lima Bravo, radar
loading
control,
in or
report
something.
visual with the London heliport.
We'll report visual and report back.
With 4786, no ATC speed restriction via odd legs cleared ILS 09er.
I have cleared ILS 09er, Swiss 47 Victor.
Good luck, Trudeau. Oh, it's good, isn't it? There's the QE2 bridge.
Swiss 47 Victor, do you still want to maintain 180?
Swiss 47 Victor, as already instructed, no ATC speed restriction.
I'm pretty sure I blocked you there, so yeah, previously when you cleared an ILS, so no speed restrictions, thank you, Swiss 47 Victor.
He still wants to be at
4786 Victor, runway 09,
210, I
clear
guess.
to land, the surface wind 090 degrees, 5 knots.
09er clear to land, Swiss 47 Victor.
Swiss 456, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, Swiss 456.
Swiss 456, descend to altitude 2,000 feet.
Descend to altitude 2,000 feet, Swiss 456.
out of the
November 45 in Moralo, thank you. London heliport clear to land. The surface wind 090 degrees, 5 knots.
Good land London heliport, November 45 in
Flyer 01 Alpha, no ATC speed restriction. Fire odd legs, cleared ILS 09er.
No speed and clear odd leg, cleared ILS 09, fly 01 Alpha.
So VREF is 121, okay, so we're waiting for 126. And there she is.
I don't need to be picky. There's about 4 helipads my choice.
You land on the helipad. You taxi after you've landed.
There's about 4 helipads. Is it my choice for helipad?
A7.
Roger.
Right. Please land within the next 6 minutes. It's going to be tight, boss. Don't want to make false promises. Right, this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to arm the steep approach thing, which is there, because otherwise I might forget. And we can have another look out the window.
Swiss 4786 to taxi.
There's the O2, the Millennium Dome building.
Stand 9er, Swiss Boston, that's Victor.
I mean, I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer, Alex. Why is it accelerating? I said 180 knots.
Flyer 01 Alpha established.
I'm going to give it a flat
Flyer 01 Alpha, thank you. 09 clear to land. The surface wind 090 degrees, 5 knots.
Clear to land, Flyer 01
I see
Alpha.
no traffic.
Swiss 456, no ATC speed restriction.
No ATC speed restrictions, Swiss 456. Exciting. So there's Canary Wharf, there's the city. Greenwich Power Station, is that? I'm a little bit unsure.
Swiss 456, fly odd leg, cleared ILS 09er.
Odd leg, cleared ILS 09er, Swiss 456.
The 450 is already stepping down,
This is very exciting, isn't it? Haven't done this 09 approach for ages. And 27's just not the same. Right, let's slow down to VREF plus 5 now, 126. Next stage of flaps. 126, boss.
Localizer line.
Gear coming down. Flaps 33. Gosh, that was a violent intercept, wasn't it? And it's allowed us to get rather slow considering I commanded 126 knots.
Flyer 01 Alpha is vacated.
501 Alpha, thank you. Taxi stand 5.
Stand 5, 501 Alpha.
Swiss 456, runway 09, clear to land, surface wind 09, 0 degrees, 5 knots.
Runway 09, clear to land, Swiss 456.
Flight slope alive.
Look how blooming steep that looks. That's scary, right? That's just insane. Anyway, let's see how well it does and how well I do at the end. We've been cleared to land. We'll take off the auto thrust. Try and manage my speed myself. Need to get a little bit of spoiler out, speed brake rather. Thank you, Ian. I know, True Dwayne. It's not the parking is the final insult, isn't it? It's not easy.
Cabin is secured for arrival.
Autopilot off.
Minimums.
Continue. I'm not interested in the pappies, really. I don't think they're telling me anything sensible.
100.
Air brakes out.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oop, front stutter.
Spoilers, yellow, green. Brake pressure checked.
That wasn't fair. Sim froze on very short final.
$60 knots.
Anyway, here we are. Welcome. Oh, now I can't steer. Welcome to London City. It may possibly have been battery. It might have been. I don't know. Very exciting though. Butter or no butter. I'm going to do lots of flights out of here, I think. Now we've got, yeah, Avro RJ. Lots of flyer flights. And Swiss 456 vacated.
Swiss 456, roger, hold Tango 6.
Hold Tango 6, Swiss 456. That looked much better in sim. Buttery smooth. Nicely averages out the slam, out your slammer. Minus 86, 83. Bloody hell. Well, there we go. Good. Very good. I'll take that. Thank you. And finally, some points for the for those with faith. Can someone message Alex, please, with the minus 8? In fact, could you all send? Oh, hang on. Is this Tango 6? No, it's Tango 7. Can you all message Alex, please? Telling him that I got minus 83.
And Swiss 456, there's a fly blocking the taxiway. Taxi stand 24.
Taxi stand 24, Swiss 456, thank you. Don't know, it's for some warning that came up that has gone. Stand 24. Okay. Who is the smart ass that parked those cranes next to the runway? I don't know. It is a scary approach. I love it though. I used Sim Magic to park myself properly and this GSX Marshall has started dancing Gangnam Style. I think I've still got my strobes on actually. I really want to not mess up the parking and yet I know I will.
Thames Director, good evening. Flyer 3 Echo Whiskey. Cinembra RE190, information Bravo requesting RFR clearance to Rotterdam.
Flyer 3 Echo Whiskey, Thames Director, just check you've got a flight on file, but it's not one showing for me or on VATSIM.
Flyer 3 Echo Whiskey will be back.
Nice bit of calypso boarding music, I like it. So in real life, they have two marshallers here. One who sort of directs you in... Oh, my blimmin' joystick twist axis is failing. One who directs you in here to make sure you're straight here and then points you at the other one. And then you have the benefit of him to sort of guide you through the turn. Which of course in the sim is an impossibility.
Flyer 3 Echo Whiskey, Thames Director.
Go ahead.
Flyer 3 Echo Whiskey, got your flight plan now. You're cleared to Rotterdam by the Aduca 1 hotel departure. Initial climb 3,000 feet, squawk 7537.
Cleared Rotterdam, Oduka 1 hotel departure, initial climb 3,000 feet, squawk 7537, Flyer 3 Echo Whiskey.
Flyer 3 Echo Whiskey, correct.
I mean, obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously you don't know what's going on here. Yeah, that's not, I mean, that's not dreadful parking. It's not good parking, but it's not dreadful. I've done plenty worse. That'll do. It's as good as we're getting.
148%3090.
Thanks, Joe. I must head to bed. Oh, no worries, Matt. Thank you for sticking around for it, and I will see you soon. See you soon. That was perfect flight. You will sleep good tonight. If I fail something I ask myself about, till go another flight. What might you fail? What if you fail on a flight? You mean, boss? There we go. The parking guys are standing a bit to the left of where they should be.
546. It'll be the odd leg 1 Juliet transition for the ILS runway 09er.
Was the odd leg 1?
That's fine, isn't it? It is fine. What a vibe. Right, let's get the doors open, get the steps down. Chocks in, ground power on, forward packs, stairs, aft packs, and we'll do some GSX deboarding. Hopefully they've got it set up as a walk-in stand. I'm way better at arriving into busy Heathrow than not so busy LTY. Yeah, I think we all are. I think we all are, boss. Is this you, Trude, went? Oh no, this is the guy who's just joined, isn't it? So we got the others along here. I can't get there because... Yeah, there's a flyer that's no, there was a flyer further forward than that, right? It doesn't help that the model matching for the BA146 shows an E175, of course. You're the blank E190. Ah, right, okay.
Hello, Executive 228. Is a Challenger 650 at London City, London Jet Centre with Bravo 1011. Would like IFR to Keflavik, please.
Jet 228, Thames Director, thank you. Cleared Keflavik, Brookman Park 1 hotel departure, initial climb 3,000 feet.
Beautiful.
Squawk 72.
No Helvetic livery, sadly, in model matching. Shame.
Keflavik, Brookman Park 1 hotel, initial 3,07233.
Right, so we'd better finish off the flight.
Jet 228, correct.
So transponder can go to standby. Gen 1 and 4, all the hydraulic pumps off. Gen 1 and 4 off. APU gen is on, so that's fine. Fuel pumps, with the, except for the left inner, can come off. There was a flyer that parked right next to me in the middle of the taxiway, is apparently flying an FS 2004. Oh wow, right. Engine anti-ice is already off. Heater switches can come off. Ice detection switch can come off. And yes, the beacon light can come off. I forgot to do that. Lovely. Well, there we are. What do you think of that? Oh, there they all go, walking in. Ah, it's good. So there we are. That is my first on-stream flight in the Avro RJ100 Just Flight Avro RJ Professional. And as I think you've probably picked up during the stream, I think it's a really, really, really good plane. It's it flies beautifully. The sounds are good. The textures are good. The model's good. There's nothing not to like about it. Voitex had a couple of bugs with the FMC when it comes to holds. I had an issue yesterday with a hold, but I think that was down to user error. By and large, yeah, I'm really struggling to think of anything at all that I don't like about it. Perhaps a little bit twitchy when you're taxiing it. The nose wheel steering a little bit twitchy, the tiller a bit twitchy, but that's probably something I can sort out in the settings. No, I don't want to tarnish it at all. It's a beautiful plane. It flies really nicely. It's a lot of fun. It's the right balance of having something to do but not driving yourself to distraction, flipping switches and tuning VORs. So there you have it. That is my first, and it certainly won't be my last, Avro RJ stream. And I think that is probably as good a time as any to call it a day. Thank you to everyone who's watched. Thank you to everyone who has resubscribed on both Twitch and on YouTube. Do I have a list here still? Let me have a little look. Stream Elements has been a little bit weird lately. Zombie passengers go to London, yeah. Let's have a quick look. Dashboard. So Kaffel resubscribed with his Prime. We had a new follow from Der Brologer. We had a Prime resub from Oski. We had a Prime sub from Ian. Nice to see you both back. We had a Tier 1 sub from Ached Barley. Tier 1 resub from Paul. And a Prime resub from Wojtek. Bye bye Ian, take care, take care.
4-6, route direct.
Nice to see you back, as I said. And on YouTube, bear with me, we're not done because there were some nice YouTube things happening. There's also a gifted sub, wasn't there? Sam gifted a sub, but it's not showing up for some reason. But fortunately, I have a very sharp and clear mind, so I remembered. Let's see. So Paul resubscribed, 42 months of Club Filbert Gold membership on YouTube. Incredible. Few new subscribers there as well, so thank you all. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, don't forget to follow on Twitch, and do come and join the Discord server if you would like to. It'd be nice to see you there. Don't know at present when my next stream is going to be, but I always announced it first in my Discord server, so if you don't want to miss out, that's the place to be. Thank you for everyone who's flown along as well. Thank you for everyone who's watched and kept us all entertained in the chat. It's been nice, and I will see you hopefully in the near future.
Take care. 546, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, something.
Seabird 546, I need you to make that direct rather than just blindly following the arrival. The arrival's far too long for you to apply the entire thing.
Alright, this is based on that.
Number 832 Bravo Echo 7, thank you. Expect the odd leg 1 Juliet transition to the ILX09er. Super 546 T7 plus 6,000 feet, the QNH 1010.
6,000 feet, 1010.
Number 832 Bravo Echo, route direct Ramsar.
Redirect Ramsar, 832 Bravo Echo.